In today's video, I'm going to be adding some flair to my out-of-date planners in preparation for 2026. So stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Tracy and I want to welcome you back to my channel. I want to thank you all so much for pressing that play button today. And yes, we are going to be starting the 2026 planner setup series. And I figured what better way to start than by actually signing up or changing around some of the pages in my outdated planners that I will be using for the new year. So yes, all of these are 2025 planners. I got them on sale or clearance and they're going to be really easy to redate. One of which I've already started redating and I will share that with you guys. But we're also going to have a little bit of fun adding maybe some tip-ins and covering up some outdated pages, adding some washi. We'll see. We'll see where the day takes us. But the planners I have in front of me this is a Hemlock and Oak daily planner. I'm going to be using this as a catch-all supplement as well as like a daily memory keeper / journal. Then I have a Hemlock and Oak weekly vertical. This is a B5 minimalist version. This is going to be my catch-all planner. And then I have a Moxie Life here. And this is going to be obviously my goals planner, but it's also going to be serving as a project planner or any type of tasks that require multiple steps, usually over a multiple period of time. So that is what I have in front of me. These are all 2025, so I do have to do a little bit of tweaking. As I said, I've already actually started redating this planner. I'm going to show you what I did first. I have a lot of stuff on my desk. We'll go through that as we start trying to figure out what to do here. But yes, all of these are going to be redated. For my daily planner, what I decided to do was add a little bit of flair by using stamps. I purchased a whole bunch of new stamps over the past like 3 or 4 months. I got a lot really cheap off of Amazon, but I also bought a few from Lail by Mail and some other companies. And I wanted to try them out. And I decided what better way to try them out than by actually putting them in my planner, because I'm going to have to decorate. I'm going to have to redate it anyway. So let me show you what I did. So you can already see what I did is every month I did something different. So for January, I did this. You can see it did ghost a little bit. This is Ranger Archival ink. This one does ghost on this paper. It just ghosts. It doesn't bleed. You can see it with the lights. But turn the lights off, it's not as noticeable. And I can always put a sticker there, or when I write over it with ink, it'll be completely fine. I have found that Distress Oxide works a little bit better when stamping in this kind of stuff. I'm sure there's other types of ink that might work better as well. I'm just not well versed when it comes to ink and stamping. I'm still kind of learning the tricks of the trade. But I do like how this turned out. So yeah, I just went with big dates and then just wrote the days of the week. Even though the days of the week are here, I just like that. I felt like it kind of added a little bit of interest. So I used a little just white out tape runner here, correction tape, to white out the date up at the top. It is still here at the bottom, but I'm not going to worry about that. I never even look at that. I forget that it's even there, but that's what I did for January. So for January, I have them all in the same place. And then when we get to February, I just put the number. So I didn't put the day of the week this time. I just put the number. Again, you can see some ghosting, but I think it's going to be fine. So I did that for all of this. Then for March, I went small. I know I got these from Amazon. They're really cute, just like little, I don't know what you call them, but they're just cute little date numbers. And then April, and I think that's where I stopped. Oh, I did not do April yet. So I stopped in March. So I would like to actually do April, May, and June at some point. Usually I go through and redate this when I'm like listening to an audiobook or something. I would prefer to go ahead and redate this now just because this is a daily planner. So, you know, I have typically 30 to 31 dates I have to redate every single month. And I would just rather do that in advance. Yes, I could probably make the dates blend in with the decor if I waited until I was actually decorating, but then it's just a nuisance. So that's how I'm going to be doing it. Who knows, maybe I'll pause it and not add any more dates until I actually start working with it in January just to see how it is. But yeah, that's how I think I'm going to do all 12 months in this is used just kind of decorative date stamps in this particular planner. And these planners, I don't think I'm actually going to be redating these in advance. I think I'm going to just wait until I actually come in to set up for the month, because like the March 3rd, that's pretty much all going to go away. And what I would probably do here, let me grab a date book. If I wanted to like just do March 2nd, I could do March 2nd here. I could put a sticker there or what have you. So I'm planning on just redating it as I go, so that way I can use some of the colorful stickers based on whatever I'm actually doing that week. If it's a week that I don't decorate, I'll just probably leave it as is. Sometimes I don't even probably need to redate it, because for me, it's the Monday through Sunday. It's the days of the week that's most important when it comes to my weeklies. Now the monthly, yes, but when it comes to the weeklies, yeah, sometimes if I skip redating it, it's fine. It's fine. I just might tell you guys the wrong date. That's probably the only issue. But yeah, I'm going to do this when I actually come down to set up week by week. Now for these, there are a couple of things I want to do. This we could probably do now just so I can show you how I'm going to redate it. But this is a Sunday start calendar, which I don't really prefer. Hemlock and Oaks are a Monday start, which is what I prefer. But when it's outdated, it complicates things. A Sunday start is it's perfect when the planner is 1 year out of date, because if you change this to a Monday start, everything's going to fall in place. So I think I'm going to go ahead and change this now. So let's just change it to blue, because these letters, the numbers are blue. Yeah, the monthly in this planner is going to be the one that I'm mainly focusing on when it comes to redating, because this is where I do most of my like pre-planning and stuff. When it comes to the weekly, like I said, it's more the day of the week that's more important than the actual date. Y'all probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes you probably don't even look at the actual date. I don't. I never know what the actual date is. I'm always asking somebody, what is today's date? I know what day of the week it is. And that seems to be the most important for me. Okay. So January 1st is on a Thursday. So now you can see how it all lines up. Now, with that said, New Year's Day, that is correct, because it's obviously January 1st. Martin Luther King Day, that is incorrect, because that is going to be on a Monday. So it's actually going to be on the 19th. Now, if I was decorating this calendar, I might not white it out. I might just put a sticker there, like something decorative. But I'm just kind of showing you what I do typically when I redate an outdated calendar that has a Sunday start. This is also out of date. However, I haven't decided if I'm going to do this or not, but I could also change this to a Monday start, and then that would be end date. I will probably just go ahead and cover this with a sticker, because I can just flip to February. Now, when December rolls around, I probably won't do that, because I'll have January's calendar on there, and that could be helpful. But for now, this is fine. And this planner, the only thing I think I would actually do today as far as redating is we have this. Now, I do have a 2026 in here for future planning, but that would mean that I would just take this out and waste it. And I'm not about wasting stuff. No, we're not. Especially when it's another quick fix, because again, it's a Sunday start. So I can just change that to Monday. There's also, I have some washi tape that is a calendar washi tape. Let me grab that. I got this from Temu a long time ago, but I'm pretty sure they have it on Amazon. Now, the only problem with this would be you can see through it, but that could be one solution if you didn't want to go through and change the days of the week. I do have this washi, but now I'm thinking this washi is not going to work because I think it's going to be way too far apart. Yeah. Oh, that's actually, it's not. Oh my goodness. It's a little too wide, but that's not too far apart. Let's see something. I'm trying to give you options here, but I'm also trying to do things quickly for me, just because, you know, as I start getting through the prep process of prepping all of my planners and my journals, I want to make sure, you know, obviously I want to be creative and do fun things and stuff, but there are certain things like this that I just want to get done for just necessity and not really for any other purpose. I do need to, like I said, I'm going to need to cut this. There's a big gap between Friday and Saturday for some reason. This also, I believe I got this also off of Temu. I think it came in this set. I'll try to find something off of Amazon. I'm sure they have something similar. It's usually like calendar washi, day of the week washi, or something like that. Like if you search that wherever you shop, you might be able to find something. I'm sure somebody on Etsy probably has some too. The only reason why I'm doing this instead of stamps or something like this, because I can pretty much knock it out with just one strip, although this is taking me a lot longer because it doesn't quite fit. So we might try something different for February or something like that. Okay, there we go. So there's January. It's fine. It serves its purpose. It tells me the day of the week and it tells me this. This I am going to actually repurpose for, so not repurpose, I'm going to be using it for a specific purpose. When it comes to goal setting, I'm going to be doing like the 4-week month, because I do this with my fitness planning. I don't like to start, like I don't want to start my January goals on the 1st, like on a Thursday. I would rather start it on a Monday. And I know Joshi Curran, she does something similar to this, or Jess with Joshi Curran, where she does like a 4-week cycle, and then you have like a reset week at the end of the quarter. And I do like quarterly, like goal setting and just quarterly planning and stuff like that in general. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm probably going to somehow highlight the actual like parts of the cycle. So I'll do that. I'll probably do that maybe during my January setup or something of that, like that, just to kind of show you guys what I mean. But I believe she has a video on that too, if you want to know more about it. But it's something that I've always done when it comes to my fitness and exercise, because again, I always want to start on a Monday and not like in the middle of the week. So I either start like late in the month or before the month starts for that month. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. I'm really bad at, like, it's in my head and it's correct in my head, but it just doesn't come out right. All right, let me see what color this is. All right, so what I was thinking, another thing that I might be able to do, might like that better. So that's option 2. Because these are very light. So of course this is like this particular planner in general, you could do something like this for it. Because they're light, just buy something of a matching color and do it a little bit darker. I kind of like that. I think it was a lot simpler than this. Of course, this looks a little bit cleaner, but I just feel like this is actually a lot simpler. So that's probably the route I'm going to take when it comes to resetting this. The other thing I am going to also do when it comes to this is I have a gray pen. These. I'm looking for one like this, because this one has like a very fine tip on the end. And I have no idea what I did with it. I see it. I see it. I have another container. By the way, I do plan on doing a video showing you how I organize all of my stuff. Who knows? I don't know when this video is going out, so it might have already been out. I'm filming these videos basically whenever I feel like filming them, but I just don't know when I'm going to put them out. So it could already be out. But if not, be on the lookout for it. All right, I want to see how dark this is. That's pretty dark. I think this one is not as dark if I recall correctly. Yeah, that's light. So the other thing I want to do with this calendar is I want to put the week number. That's dark. I think I'm gonna just write it. It's fine. Now, obviously, I could probably come in with those really tiny date stickers if I want to. You know, sometimes when you're just sitting watching TV, doing stuff that seems like, you know, seems like it would take a long time, actually doesn't take that long. But they have like tiny stickers. I know Mojo Jojo also has really tiny stickers. I've used most of them. But like these tiny stickers, I could have put those there. But this is fine. This is, like I said, this is going to serve more of a functional purpose for me. But I want to put the week numbers beside there. So I'm going to do all the rest of it off camera. I'll also need to do 2026 here. I might just put a sticker over it. Okay, so redating this is done. I decided just to go ahead and do it. I like how it looks. I'm going to leave that as is because I did the whiteout. It's fine. I really don't care. But yeah, so there we go. One is down. One planner is completely down. Like I said, I'm going to set this up by highlighting the weeks as part of the one like quarterly cycle. So that's what I'm going to do a little bit later during the January setup. But this is all I'm going to do as far as redating this particular planner in advance. Like I said, this is already redated. And then I'm going to do the days of the week here as I go through and decorate my planner. All right, so now that that is done, let's go back to this planner. This planner, well, I did already put my name there. I think I had an extra sticker. I am going to cover this with my work calendar. I get a printable one. I am going to do something here. Let's go ahead and do, well, so what I'm going to do here is, again, it's out of date. So these calendars are out of date and this is a Monday start. So I'm not trying to do all of that. So when I was thinking about it, I was thinking about trying to like match things with this cover. This isn't going to have a theme. I think I might try to do a theme for that one. But I have this one. This one's fun. This one came from Archer and Olive. I need a wide washi. That's not wide enough. Darn it. I think last year what I did is I ended up taping two together. Not taping two, but lining two up side by side. Where is my planner? This is how I set up my 2024 Hemlock and Oak for 2025. There we go. I just did that. I never even used this. But I see how it covered it. So I'm thinking about trying to do the same thing, but it looks like if I do that, I'm going to need a complementary color to go down the side. And I don't know, that's going to make it complicated and something I did not anticipate. I mean, I do have this and that might not look bad. I do think that looks pretty good. I actually like that. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing to this other side now. Little piece of the page tore up there, but that's okay. I do need to change this. All right, I'm just got a quote out of Office Chic because I'm going to hide this and then I'm just going to put the quote over top of it. This paper, the color of the whiteout with this paper actually works pretty well together. There we go. No more indication that this is a 2025 calendar. All right, sorry. So I'm going to do there. This can all stay the same. It's fine. So I don't have to do anything here. Here I'm going to cover this, I think, later. You know, sometimes I find, you know, you really want to hurry up and cover all the things because you're excited to move into your planner, especially if you're doing an outdated planner, like cover everything you don't need. But I might come up with a good decision like in March or April, even July. So I don't want to do everything just because I want to cover it all. I might want to wait. With that said, I have a whole bunch of stuff here from, what is it called? Oh my gosh, I might have to pop it up on the screen. It came from Australia. I can't remember the name of the company I got this from, but you get like washi and you get like papers and yeah, it's been a while. I have vellum, but now it looks like I would have to do it. Ooh, that doesn't actually look bad. That looks pretty good though. I don't think I want to do this here because I might end up putting this in a cover. And I'm not sure how this is going to be. But I think this will be a really cool tip-in. See, I'm keeping up with the purple theme, and this is kind of what I'm thinking. Oh, something's going to have to go here. I'm not sure what, though. I mean, I could... I don't want to bulk this up too much, but I don't know if I am. Like, I might not put as much stickers on this as I would think. This is pretty thick though, but this is really pretty. And I think this would be kind of pretty to do like literally just tape it down pretty much like it is. I need that sticker book back. To kind of help level it out. I mean, I'll have to cut it down the center. I think I just want to keep it simple. Hold up. Kind of want to keep it simple. Okay, so this one I can definitely go ahead and put in here. Okay, and this, I need to put something here. Okay. So I have a little bit of a split in the middle just because I don't want it to like have issues here, but I think that looks fine. There we go. I like it. I still want to put this somewhere. Okay, I didn't cut this exactly where I needed to because I might fold it over to tip it in. So, like, I could do this here. Could also do this here. Although the way this page opens, I feel like I'll never flip to my name page just because this is the awkward page there. I don't know that I want it here. That's really pretty. I don't think I need it there. I don't need it there. And then that starts there. So this will be the only other place to put it. And I might do a vision board or something here. So I don't know yet, but I don't want to like, so do we just put this here? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I want this in here, but I think I'm gonna put that aside for now. We're just gonna put that one aside. I kind of like this. I'm thinking maybe put this here. I think I need to do a little bit more trimming. And then maybe put this here. All right, guys, so let's look. So we have this, and then I could put something fun here. I did go ahead and tape together the awkward first page, even though it's the title page. I think this is really pretty. And then I think that's really pretty. And then I think I'm going to do a vision board or something here. So that's all I'm going to do. I am going to come in probably closer to the new year. I'm going to put this on. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with my Cricut as far as words or anything and do that. That's why I'm not doing it yet. But I'm planning on doing that at some point to hide that. So definitely stay tuned to that. Now let's go through this one. I'm also going to do the same thing to this. So I don't know if I'll use this one. I have a teal one that this will look better on. So maybe I'll use this one. I mean, really, the only thing I need to figure out how to hide is a 2025. And what I could probably do is come around here. Are these iron-ons? No, these are just adhesives. I'm not sure if this is going to work. But I was sitting there thinking, like, I could do something like that. And then just put the stars on it. And that already hides the 2025. I just don't know how well this is gonna. Let's try it. Let's try it before I do like the iron-ons and stuff. I'd rather try it now to see how this is gonna withstand. Yes, it's not centered on there, but you know, I'm trying to cover the 2025. I'm not trying to make it centered. This has a paper on it. Oh, that's not cut right. Okay, so we're just gonna have to leave that one. All right, there we go. Done. Well, see, it feels like it's on there pretty good. It really does. Okay. Now, here, still same awkward page. So we have this to cover. This will also get covered. This I need to do the same thing for. So same thing. And guess what? I have the same types of stuff. So because I'm using pretty much the same exact materials and covering the same pages that I just covered in my weekly Hemlock and Oak, I figured I can speed this one up just a tad and then go over some of the decisions that I made and why I made those decisions. So for the inside cover, I really, really like this piece of scrapbook paper that has more of a writer's feel to it. It's like some journals and florals and coffee and things like that. And the cover definitely matches the sheet. So I felt like this was very good choice for my interior cover. It actually fit the interior cover perfectly lengthwise. So this particular daily planner is very close in size to a junior. I think it will fit a lot of junior size covers as well, but the dimensions are a little bit different, just a little bit different. So it's not a true junior size, but this paper fit perfectly for that. Obviously, width-wise, it did not fit perfectly across both pages. So you will see that I decided to go ahead and use the scraps from this page, but because it doesn't fit all the way across this second page, I did one of those little like ripped edges so that way it looks intentional, like it doesn't fit intentionally because I ripped it off. I did not want to use the vellum. I thought the vellum clashed a little bit with this particular print, so that is the reason why I just decided to use the same piece of scrapbook paper across both pages. Now, the other point of indecision was right here with the washi tape. So this is from a Wrong Bookworm box set, I think it was. And I was really excited that the width of it would cover the calendars, but they just didn't look right where they were placed. I felt like, you know, because it was so wide, it probably only needed to be on one side. And when you put them on both pages, it looked like way too much. So I decided to use the washi that actually came with this scrapbook paper. It came from Planners Anonymous, so it has the same floral that is in that scrapbook paper. However, because it is a white washi, you could see through it. So I ended up finding some like pieces of scraps from sticker sheets, or I had to make my own scraps by using some printed stickers I had sitting off to the side and just cutting off the edges of those pages so that way I can hide the calendar. And this washi just was not wide enough to cover the entire space, so I ended up using some thin red washi to sandwich the white washi. And in the end, I think it looks really, really good. This, for some reason, I feel like when I do the two types of washi together, it looks a little bit better when I have them and the placement they are. When I'm putting them on two pages that are side by side and putting them on the left side of both pages, if that makes sense. It's very hard to make it look right. So I think this kind of solves the problem. I will say you will see a lot of 2025s that I did not cover up. It's just because I don't have any 2026 stickers. So I figured I will just go ahead and wait and then print those off probably at another time and then go back through all of my planners and cover up all of the 2025s with some cute little 2026 stickers. So let's quickly take a look at this. I'll put this here. That feels like it's sticking on there pretty good. So then we have this. Oh, I want to go ahead and do this. I don't need to put that much tape on it because the book wants to flip to this page anyway. So that's enough. And then this is just covering the table of contents. I'll cover this with something and then I'll cover that. I'm not sure how I'm going to use this yet. I think I'm going to use this for books read. I'm either going to use this for books read or TV shows and then use this for books read or TV shows. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. But that's all I did in here. And then there you have it, guys. So now that I think about it, I think I am going to say these two are now done as far as the intro pages. I still have some extra pages I want to play around with in this one in the back for budgeting and things like that. But as far as my intro pages, I think I'm going to pause any more setups for this with the exception of my work calendar, which is going to be covering the 2025 one. However, when it comes to the holidays and this blank page, I had said this one might be like a vision board or something like that. I think I'm going to hold off on that. I have plenty of journals that I can do a vision board in. Plus, I know that there's a space in the Moxie Life for that. So I think I'm going to keep this as is in both of these planners. And then I am going to leave the 2025 calendar as is in this one. And the reason why is because neither of these have a bunch of extra pages in them. This is the minimalist, so there's not a lot of extra pages. And this one is just full of your daily pages, which means there's no room for extra pages. And I really do think I need to keep those free because they might have a functional purpose at some point throughout 2026. And it'll be nice to have the option to actually use those functionally. I mean, I'll probably be covering it with sticker paper or printing something out to cover it. But still, I think that there might be another purpose that I have yet to discover. So I don't want to just decorate it and make it pretty right now, even though I'm very tempted to. I'm trying to be smart about it. I think I made it pretty enough. And I will say, when I picked out all of the papers and the ephemera and things like that I was going to be doing today, I had not intended to actually decorate this like front pages. I mainly wanted to stick to anything that was 2025 or even the table of contents, but didn't have any intention of doing this. And I'm so glad I did. It's like my favorite thing that I've ever done in one of these like bound books or even a coil planner. I just think it's really pretty. And I did luck out with the fact that the papers actually match the covers pretty well. So that makes me happy. I just have to now make sure that I kind of open the cover and like look at it and admire it every once in a while, because to be completely honest, when I go into my planner, I just flip to whatever week I'm going to. I never really look at all of this stuff. So now I have to make it a point to like look at it every so often. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this setup. We didn't do much here, but at least I showed you a few ways that you can redate some calendars. Maybe that gave you some ideas or something in that department. I will be doing some more redating probably in this one. I don't know that I have any to do really before the new year, but you'll definitely be seeing me redate it as I do monthly setups. So definitely be on the lookout for that one. And yeah, I will still have some setup videos coming your way because I have a few more planners. Plus, I have plenty of journals. So if you have yet to subscribe, I hope you would consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. All right, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. And I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.